Hi everybody, my name is Tom Stewart. Welcome to Line of the Week number 205, Motif Development Using Melodic Rhythms. When you tell a story, you can pick a theme and develop it. Similarly, when you improvise over a tune, you can pick a motif and develop it. You can choose a motif in a number of ways. You can play as little as 1/8 note per measure. You could play 2 consecutive eighth notes. You could play motives, each consisting of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8 consecutive eighth notes per measure. Other options when establishing a theme include picking a certain interval, like a fifth, for example, and working through the progression. You could come up with a different motif per chorus. You could play a motif for the first section of a tune and then develop a different motif for other sections. You could come up with a motif consisting of 1 measure. You could come up with a motif lasting 2 measures. You could take the rhythm from the melody of the tune and work with that. You could come up with a motif on the fly as it pops into your head, or perhaps inspired by what another musician is playing. My process includes picking a melodic rhythm from Jerry Bergonzi's book, Volume 4, Melodic Rhythms. It's good to practice running through the tune using just the motif to familiarize yourself with how it sounds. It's a good rule of thumb to start off repeating the motif 3 times to establish it in the ear of the listener. But after you've established the motif, the even more challenging part is to develop the motif. There are specific tools you can use to practice this, some of which are outlined in Hal Crook's book, How to Improvise. These motif development tools include melodic variation, meaning the same rhythm, different melody; rhythmic variation, same melody, different rhythm; extension, which means adding notes before, in the middle, or after a motif or motif fragment; rhythmic displacement, starting on a different beat; augmentation, extending the time values; diminution, shortening the time values; sequence, repeating a pattern. These are not rules to follow. Rather, they are just concrete ideas you can experiment with as you continue to develop your improvisational skills and work toward the goal of playing coherent solos, analogous to telling a story. Today, as usual, I'm going to pick a melodic rhythm, put notes to it, and then develop it over a progression. This week's line mainly uses 3 motif development tools: variation, fragmentation, and extension. Before I get to the line of the week, and so we're all on the same page, here are the chords to the progression. Today's progression is the first section of rhythm changes. The chords are B flat 6, G7, C minor 7, F7, B flat 6, G7, C minor 7, F7, F minor 7, B flat 7, E flat major 7, E flat minor 6, D minor 7, G7, C minor 7, F7, resolving to B flat 6. Here are the chord scales I'm using for this week's line. The chord scales are important because they contain chord tones and agreeable tensions. I use the notes from this chord sound to form shapes on the fretboard. I go from shape to shape, often resolving tension by half step at or near the point of chord change. The chord scales are F pentatonic, A flat melodic minor, B flat major, G flat melodic minor, F pentatonic, A flat melodic minor, B flat major, G flat melodic minor, E flat major, B melodic minor, B flat pentatonic, E flat melodic minor, C major, A flat melodic minor, B flat major, G flat melodic minor, resolving to F pentatonic. Here's some melodic rhythm I'm using this week. You can hear that this particular rhythm has 2 distinct parts to it. the 2/8 notes in the first part and the 3/8 notes in the second part. You can try it in your own music regardless of style. Here's the line of the week with Guitar Pro backing to make sure I'm getting the notes and the rhythm accurate. Let's look specifically at the line of the week. In measure 1, there's the original motif, meaning the melodic rhythm with notes that fit the harmony. In measure 2, there's a melodic variation of the original motif. Measure 3 contains another melodic variation of the original motif, followed by an 8th note extension in measure 4. In measures 5 and 6, I repeat the motif fragment consisting of the second half of the original motif. Measure 7 contains a melodic variation of the original motif, followed by an 8th note extension to end the line. Let me shift gears and ask you to head over to my website, stewartjazz.com, where you will find an instructional video which deals with the fingerstyle shapes I use. All my major, pentatonic, melodic, minor, and diminished shapes are included in the video and associated PDF files. The files contain regular notation, tab, left-hand fingering, right-hand fingering, hammer-ons, and pull-offs. The video and files are $10, and your purchase helps support the channel. So that's all for this week. Take the melodic rhythm and see what you can do with it in your own music. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next week.